Good evening, viewers, and a very warm welcome to this webinar by GSTN. I am Sanjay Kumar Sharma, Senior Manager in GSTN Services team, and I'll walk you through this very important functionality which has been developed by GSTN and implemented on the portal for the taxpayers. So before we start the session, I would like to tell you that two of my colleagues, they are also signed in on the YouTube channel on which you are able to view this webinar. You can post your questions on the live chat and they will try and answer all your questions. If something remains at the end of the session, we'll post it in the comments box. So with that, let's start the webinar for the day. So on today's agenda for the webinar, there are basically two things only. One is what exactly is the communication between taxpayers functionality which has been implemented on the portal, and other is how can a taxpayer use this functionality on the portal. So let's go and see how this functionality works and what are the features of this functionality. So okay, communication between taxpayers, that is the name of the functionality, which is a functionality on the portal for a registered taxpayer to send and receive notifications from one to other. It is available to all the taxpayers except the persons who are registered as tax deductors at source, tax collectors at source, and non-resident taxpayers. So other than these three, everyone else will have access to this functionality. Now they will be able to use this functionality through a link which has been provided on the dashboard of a taxpayer, which they see after their login. So I'll walk you through how exactly you start, how can you initiate a notification in this, how do you send it, how do you reply, and what action can you take basis any notification which has been sent by a taxpayer to you. So there are basically four functionalities within this communication between taxpayers functionality which you can use. First, to start with, you can start with composing a notification. Then once we have sent a notification, it will get populated in your outbox where you can view the notification sent. And once a reply is received from the counterparty, you can also view the reply sent by the counterparty in the outbox. Sorry, you can also see the replies which are sent by you in response to a notification received by you. Third is your inbox, where you can view the notifications received from the other party. You can, using this box itself, you can send the replies, and you also have an option to take action on the notification. And what action can you take, that also we will discuss in a short while. The fourth facility, which is a CSV template. So basically this functionality is going to be used by a taxpayer to share some information, some details with the other taxpayer, wherein you will be sharing some details. It could be details of the invoice or it could be some other details also. So you can actually use this CSV template for creating details of more than one document, and then you can send it. As of now, the CSV template functionality is not active. This is going to be put into production very, very shortly. So other three are already active on the portal. So this is the navigation. You log on to the portal, you go to services, user services, communication with taxpayers, and there you have all these options which we just discussed. One is compose, one is the outbox where you can see the notification sent and the reply sent, and inbox where you can see the notifications which have been received by you and the replies which have been received against your notification. Now in the inbox itself, you have this facility to take action and to reply. So some important features of this functionality are that you can add up to 50 documents in a notification which you initiate. In that, multiple rows can be added in the rate table for a particular invoice while sending a notification. You also have a remarks box in which you can write up to 200 characters while while sending the notification. You also have an option to upload the documents reported missing by the recipient in the GSTR1 directly. Now, this is a functionality which we will understand a little better when we go through the screenshots. But basically, what it says is that if there is a receiver who complains that a supplier has not reported a particular document, could be an invoice, could be a debit note, could be a credit note in the form GSTR1, which he sends through a notification to the supplier. Using the details from the notification itself, the supplier will have a facility to upload these details in his GSTR1. Only condition is that if this has been reported earlier in the GSTR1 by the supplier, then the portal will do a validation and it will not take this data on the portal. Otherwise, it will get populated in the GSTR1 of the supplier. There is also a limitation which has been put in place that up to 100 notifications can be sent to a single GSTIN over one tax period. So in addition to what can be seen on the portal by a taxpayer whenever a notification is received, they also get an alert. So suppose I've initiated a notification, the counterparty taxpayer will also get an alert in form of an email as well as an SMS on his registered mobile number for all the notifications which have been received. In addition, on the portal itself, he will also have an alert saying that so many notifications have been received. So we'll just see that in a short while, how that works. Now, two functionalities which are going to be implemented shortly. One is that in addition to sharing the details while sending a notification, you will also have a facility to upload documents while sending a notification. That is, suppose you want to report a missing invoice to the supplier, you can also scan the invoice itself and attach it to the notification. And you can upload it on the portal, which will flow to the counterparty. And the counterparty will have a functionality to download this document. So this is going to be into production very shortly. In addition, if you have more number of records, you will have one CSV template, which you can download from the portal, in which you can enter all the details in a larger number, and then you can send it in along with a notification. So that will ease the burden of entering the data, because you can also copy paste it provided it is in the same format. So let's see how it works on the portal in real life. Now you log on, then you click on services, then you go to user services, and then you have this link here, communication between taxpayers. To understand this functionality, we'll use an illustration of a recipient who wants to report a missing invoice to his supplier. A typical scenario, but though this can be used for other purposes also, for other reasons also. But this would be a typical scenario which will help us understand the process. So let's see, once we have clicked on communication between taxpayers, this is the screen you see, where on the left side, as you can see, there is an inbox where you can see the navigation and reply received. You have a button for compose, which is highlighted here because this is a new notification which you are composing now. You have an outbox where you have notifications and reply sent, and you have a download CSV template which will become available shortly. So notification 2 is a mandatory field. If you click on that, you have two options. You want to send a notification to the supplier or to the recipient. You will have to choose this first, and then you have to enter the supplier's GSTIN. If you click on recipient, it will be recipient's GSTIN which you have to enter here, and then you can write the subject here. Now, once you go down on the page, you have this action required drop-down menu, on which you have various options such as file missing document. Suppose there is a case of rejected document which needs an amendment, or some document which has been wrongly sent by the supplier. or a payment issue is there, or some other issue is there. So you can choose a relevant reason for initiating the notification. But since we are taking a typical scenario when when a invoice has not been reported by the supplier in the GSTR1, we'll go with that flow first. So you can start with the notification. You write the document date, document value, the place of supply, the the invoice type, what is the type of supply, whether it is subject to reverse charge, and then you will have to click on add item. So once you click on add item, this below table, which is line items, where you have to enter the rate wise details. That is, what is the particular rate at which, what is the taxable value, and what is the amount of tax. Now, for each rate, you will have to create a separate line item for a particular invoice. So similarly, you can have more than one tax rate, which you can enter here. In case you feel that you have made a wrong entry, you can also delete it from here. As you can see, there is a red button here, which can be used for deleting. And this plus is for adding one more line item here. So likewise, up to 50 documents can be created in a single notification. Now, once you've entered all the details, you can see here that there is a send button. You click on send button and the notification gets sent. But in case you want to reset it and want to create a fresh notification because you made some mistake, you can also click on reset and create an entire new notification. So we have clicked on send here, and once you have sent, you will get a success message like this. Now, the moment a notification gets sent, and it gets sent in near real time, it will also get populated in your outbox. As you can see here, you have initiated one notification, which is for missing invoice for the month of July, and it will gets populated in your outbox also. Now, let's talk of the counterparty. Here we have a case that somebody has reported a missing invoice to the supplier. Now, in the inbox, he will get an alert like this. As you can see, there is a bell icon which says that a new notification has been received. In this case, 3 notifications have been received, and which need to be attended. By default, notification received and from recipient is selected. Now, in case you want to look at the reply received or from the supplier, you will have to select it. Now we are going with the typical flow that it's a missing invoice reported by the recipient. So it's a notification received from the recipient in this case, which is highlighted here. So what action can you take here? You will have to click on the see notification, and you will be able to see the details of the notification which is sent by the recipient to you. And here you have this button of reply or take action. So we'll just see what exactly how it exactly works. So you also have a supplier remarks box where you can enter your remarks. Now, there could be 2 scenarios. One is that the invoice which is being reported as missing by the recipient has actually been reported by you in your GSTR1. That could be a possible scenario. The other scenario could be that you have not reported in your GSTR1, and you will now be required to report it in GSTR1. So since I'm selecting remarks, now this could be a scenario that after the notification was initiated by the recipient, I had already filed the invoice in my GSTR1. So this could be a possible scenario. So you will enter your remarks here, invoice already filed, and you will click on send. And you can, this manner, reply to your recipient. So this is the message you get, and you are sure that your reply has reached the recipient of goods. And it also gets populated in your outbox, so you can also view it later on in the outbox. Now, if you are sending a reply, That also gets, like here you can see reply sent, and on the to the recipient, and if you click on view, you can see the reply also. Now there is another option that you can directly take an action of uploading this missing invoice to your GSTR1 for a particular tax period. So you have this option here, upload to GSTR1, which you select, and then you click on upload to GSTR1. This button gets enabled only after you have clicked on upload to GSTR1, and then you will be able to upload it to your GSTR1. When you're uploading to GSTR1, the portal will do a validation check whether it has been reported earlier. If it has been reported earlier, it will not be taken on record. Otherwise, it will go into your GSTR1 for that particular tax period. So that's how this direct upload to GSTR1 functionality works. Now we were able to see several reasons why a notification will be used as a for the during the communication between the taxpayers. So we took a typical scenario when a missing invoices is reported by a recipient and action is taken by the supplier. Similarly, it can also be initiated by a supplier for some other reason or by the recipient for a different reason. So friends, we have come to the end of this webinar. I hope I was able to make you understand how this functionality works, and it is going to be very useful to the taxpayers, especially to the recipients, in case of missing invoices for being reported in a very authentic and real-time basis to the counterparty. So before I end this webinar, I would like to tell you that we are on Facebook, we are also on YouTube, we are also on Twitter. So you can connect with us through any of these means. And I would like to thank CEO GSTN, my entire GSTN team, SVP Services, Shri Rajiv Agrawal, my colleagues, Shri Rafi Ahmed Kedwai and Ms. Ankita, who are on this, who are signed in onto the YouTube and who would have answered your questions. Thanks a lot. Thank you and bye.